The train now approaching platform 9 at York began its journey 10 years ago. Painstakingly overhauled and repainted in BR livery, it's A3 Pacific locomotive 1472, or 4472, or 502, or 103, or 60103. Let's just say, it's Flying Scotsman.
Tell me about your day. How's it gone?
It's been quite long. We were up through the night preparing the engine, and we left the shed this morning at 03:50. Yeah, it's been a really good day. It's been great that the engine's performed faultlessly throughout, and it's been kind of adored by thousands of people along the line side. So yeah, it's been brilliant.
Returning to its former stamping ground on the East Coast Main Line, this legend of the railway's past is back in steam again, having been the beneficiary of a £4.2 million restoration programme. It's been a long haul, due in part to the extensive modification and variable maintenance it received under private ownership. But the works have reunited Flying Scotsman with the last genuine A3 boiler acquired with the locomotive as a spare when it joined the National Collection in 2004. Inevitably, there have been highs and lows for the tightly-knit team working on the overhaul, but it's been an unforgettable experience.
We've got men that have gone from boys to men through their apprenticeship through this project. We did the boiler, we started that effectively 10 years ago. We pulled the boiler to pieces, sussed out what was wrong, had to order the new bits, special dies and forms had to be manufactured. Then we actually pressed all the plates, or had the plates pressed together, shall I say. We then constructed it and built the boiler with all the old technologies, the old riveting, hot riveting. You know, it's traditional skills to the original drawings of what the LNER would have made.
Designed by Sir Nigel Gresley, Flying Scotsman emerged from Doncaster works as an A1 locomotive in 1923. As the company's flagship, it represented the London and North Eastern Railway at the British Empire exhibition in 1924 and 25, and went on to haul the inaugural non-stop London to Edinburgh service on the 1st of May 1928. 6 years later, driven by Bill Sparshott, 4472 became the first steam locomotive to officially reach 100 miles per hour. Thereafter, its engineering evolved a little.
Gresley was in touch with a chap called André Chapelon in France. André Chapelon was into testing of locomotives in a scientific way. Some of the stuff that they discussed together was put into play with the A3s, the exhaust drafting arrangements in particular, and later on, obviously, Gresley had passed away when the double chimneys were fitted. But, you know, Gresley learned and he made the locos into what they were. The fact that the A3s could then run continuously at 100 miles an hour paved the way for the evolution of the A3 into the A4, the classic streamlined loco that was mallard.
With the days of steam numbered, Flying Scotsman hauled its last BR service on the 14th of January 1963, having covered more than 2 million miles. Over the next 40 years, several private owners acted as custodian, during which time the locomotive toured both North America and Australia. Today it's in the hands of the National Railway Museum, bought through a sealed bid auction for £2.3 million. There's no denying modern trains are cleaner, quieter, quicker, more efficient, kinder to the environment, very much more practical. But they're also just a bit soulless. Much more likely to get the pulse racing are the living, breathing, water-guzzling fire eaters of yesterday's railway. And none is more iconic than this one.
As a fireman, very hard work, yeah, very hard work. When you think that the 10-year-old's 9 ton, Doncaster didn't close the steam shed until April '66, I used to have no trouble swapping other firemen to get on it, because they would sooner sit with their feet upon a diesel rather than back braking on the blade on Scotsman.
Ahead of the locomotive is a busy summer, starring in a season of events at the National Railway Museum before venturing out onto the main line again for a nationwide tour, most of it already sold out. They say there are things money can't buy, but £4.2 million has given the world's most famous locomotive a new lease of life at the age of 93.